Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. I have no idea where the video will go by the end, but we're going to start out installing the new door from the porch to the kitchen. This door came out of the farmhouse that's right down the street in the next house that I'll be renovating. And I got these door jambs out of the $12,000 house that I recently finished up. This door was a little rough. It had been sagging, joints had come loose, so I got it glued up. So I'll go ahead and show you that process now. With the door, I've kind of re-glued and re-clamped it back together. All the joints had separated where it was sagging on the hinges, and this door actually came out of that house over there. So I'm reusing it in this house because where this door was in that house, I'm removing the door, and it'll be right inside the other side of the porch going to the kitchen. So it's going to let light into the kitchen. It's a nice looking door, just want to get it fixed. The actual door jambs came out of a different house. So these are just door jambs out of a different house. I've just got all these different supplies over there in that other one just piled up. So I'm reusing some of this stuff. So I had to, switching the door from the way it was on this one. So this hinge side will actually be on the striker side of the jamb. And then I'm mortising the jamb on this side. So that'll just get filled in with something. This may seem kind of silly, but I want to put this door, I'm ending up with so much stuff. I want to start using some of these materials and don't want to get rid of the stuff, so I'm just going to put it into this house. That's pretty much it. So it's a way to reuse materials that keeps your actual costs down. Of course, there's more work. Financially speaking, it would probably be better for me just to go buy another door, but I want to reuse this one. The next step is taking that door, the jambs, kind of making it all into one unit and getting it installed into the rough opening. let's take a look at what we've got so far. So the door is now mounted. That is the new wall, of course. Got the header in that supports the joists going in. There was no header before. Basically, all those joists were just kind of toenailed into the wall. It was really bad. So now they're all sitting on top of this new wall. You can see I added that 2x4 under the header to bring the spacing down. That's just more for nailing surface for trim. I fixed some of these siding boards, but what I'll do is I'll snap a chalk line. I'll cut that right on in the inside of the door jamb. Then that's going to get tucked back in, and then some trim will kind of go out over it. And then I'll cut and fill in over top the door with all these pieces of lap siding that I just have left over from tearing into the house here and there. As far as getting a door mounted, at first it's a little bit wonky. It's kind of going all over the place, but the best thing to do, I find, is to just use a finish nailer with some long nails, and you just sort of start to get it tacked into place, and those nails are really flexible. You can cut them really easy, pull them out, reposition things, so it's just very maneuverable with those lightweight nails. Then once I get things in place, I start to add in some little OSB blocking, and then I start to shim it in, and so that's just to kind of get it all square, and then I really start to shim it in tight, and you shim it in tight at the top basically, and then I get the shim material in where I need it, and then I run long screws all the way over into the framing, so that pulls it tight. You want to make sure that your jam's nice and straight. Same goes for all the sides, and I do that mainly, you kind of get it set up from the inside, and what you want is that little space between the door and the jamb to be nice and even. I think that's pretty much it. I need to get a new circular saw blade. Mine is completely dull from hitting some iron nails. I knocked all the carbide off of it, so I can't make this cut yet, so I kind of have to stop here, and I'll put a 2x4 across the door and screw the door shut for tonight. Yesterday I took care of installing this door here from the kitchen to the porch, and today I'm going to get the rough framing done in the bathroom. I decided to have my door swing out since it's a small half bath with a vanity on the left, toilet on the right. If that door swings into the bathroom, it's going to be tight getting in and out of there. Basically, the door would swing into the space that you'd be standing. So that door will swing out in this direction. I'm either going to go with a 28 or a 30-inch door. So as far as that rough opening goes, it's going to be 2 inches wider than the door and 82.5 inches tall. So for a 28-inch door, I need a 30-inch rough opening by 82.5 inches tall. Whenever I frame walls and I'm not sure where the door is going to go later, I just run the 2x4 all the way across, and then I cut the opening where I want it and then finish the framing. you can tell, I did not film everything that you saw in that video. So that wall between the kitchen and the porch, I had framed that off camera and then did a little work in the corner where the bathroom is at, including tearing up the old floor, replacing it with some Advantech subflooring, framing part of the wall here, and a few other small details. Just doing that to where I can kind of stay on pace. The videos really slow things down, so it's a way if I skip things here and there that are a little redundant, like framing a wall is framing a wall, I'll skip that part on occasion, and including doing things like the plumbing and electric. I'm not showing truly every detail, just giving you kind of an idea. But this actually almost brings us up to date on the renovation. After probably 2 or 3 more videos, you'll be caught up with me, and then I think I'm going to change the style of videos to show more of what I'm doing, kind of talk through some projects, parts of the project that is, and then kind of show those details. More of a teaching tool than just look at me, I'm renovating a house. Check out the links below. One is to my ebook on buying cheap houses just like this, and they're not all this rough. I've bought one super cheap, had renters in it. They've been living in it for 3 years. I've also got a link to the new channel where I talk about all of the financial matters of what I'm doing, and then other investing topics will pop up in the future. Please give this video a thumbs up if you are enjoying it, and leave a comment letting me know your suggestions of what I'm doing good, what I'm doing wrong, or whatever else you'd like to say, including questions that may get featured on the new channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.